when you're making a piece of art, that's your baby. And there's so much emotionally tied up in it. And some of being a teacher I've found too is like not necessarily being like the smartest or the most qualified, but being able to look at the thing and know how emotionally important it is for the person. And also be like, okay, this is not my baby. And therefore it's a little bit easier for me to critique and take apart.
That's so funny you say that. Like two things came to my mind when you said that.
Yeah.
One is like, I used to always joke around this with my teachers. When I was studying music in college, I would say I would be such a better musician if I didn't love music. Meaning like I would get so like passionate when I was playing, I would get like so excited and so passionate about what I was playing that like I would play too fast or I wouldn't like stop and think about things. And I'm like, I don't want to stop and think about this. I love this. And I just want to like keep going. And she's like, okay, but you have to break this down, practice slowly. So it's like, man, if I didn't love this, it would be easy. So that kind of like goes in hand with what you just said. It reminded me of that. And there was another thing that came to mind. I used to have trouble with songwriting. I used to take it so seriously because I was like I had these musical idols and I was like, oh my God, I want my songs to be as good as Fiona Apple or good, as good as Amy Winehouse or whatever. And when I first started songwriting, I took it so seriously. And I remember one time somebody came to me and they wanted help. They wanted to co-write a song for their wedding. They were like, they were paying lessons from me. And they're like, hey, I want to write a song for my husband, or fiance, soon to become husband for the wedding. I have a good singing voice, but I need help like learning it on the piano. And I just remember like when I worked with her, because it wasn't my project, I was able to like write the song, like co-write with her. We wrote it together, but ideas were coming out of me flawlessly, like lyrics, like corny love lyrics that like, if it was my song, I would take it so seriously. And it ended up being a great song. And I'm like, it's just like removing myself, like removing my ego from it makes such a huge difference,
No, I literally had that experience this week where I've been going through such a period of writer's block because I've been feeling like I've been focusing more on like social media and that aspect of things than like actually sitting down to write. And now sitting down to write has become this like really like terrifying thing just because I haven't done it in a little bit. But I had the opportunity this week to be part of like a sketch writer's room. Yeah. And I was like, punching up jokes. And like, if it's less precious and if there's a group of people and we're all kind of working collaboratively, you kind of get that like second voice in the back of your head who's like, well, that's not good, blah, 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 out. And it's so much easier to offer a punch and like find the joke and that kind of thing. Yeah. So I know like exactly what you're talking about. I swear that just happened to me this past week.
That like group collaboration, things happen so quickly there. I don't know what it is, but it's like it's not so much pressure when there's a group of people,